And I am alive. Okay, this is my UFC fight night. Figueiredo versus Benavidez. These are not Figueiredo and Benavidez, these two. But yes, this is my preview for that card, okay, which is happening on Saturday, July the 18th. It's a very, very simple, in my opinion. It's a very, very simple card where you can make easy predictions, in my opinion. For example, Joseph Benavidez, he is 35 years of age. He is coming to the last of his run. I do feel as though that even though it was unfair in terms of, the last loss that he faced was against Figueiredo, and um, he was, he didn't cut his weight properly, and basically he looked like the stronger fighter completely, and it looked like Joseph Benavidez cutting so much weight for so many years. It just seemed like he lost a step. So maybe there may be some redemption on Joseph Benavidez's part, but I feel as though his best years have gone. I think his timing is off. Um, when he comes in, when he comes in with the actual punches, you can see them. He times them, and then he loops the shots in. So Figueroa, with his karate stance, he can easily maneuver through his attack, especially as well that we have the big cage as well. That doesn't help. If you look at Davison Figueiredo's record, he has only one loss, and that was a decision loss. So, you know, he beat Timothy Elliott, and he beat him by submission in the first round. That's a huge thing, a huge feather in his cap, without a doubt. Timothy Elliott went 4 or 5 rounds against Demetrius Johnson. So you got to give, Figueiredo his credit, and I feel as though tomorrow will be his time to shine. Unfortunately for Benavidez, again, I do feel that. Unfortunately, uh, Joseph Benavidez, he definitely has looked like he's lost a step. So, yeah, that's my prediction on that. So the next fight that we have is Kelvin Gastelum versus Jacare Manson. Now this fight is very interesting. Kelvin Gastelum, he has come off two losses in a row. First one against a classic of a match previous year with Israel Adesanya. Well, went the full 5 rounds, although it should have been stopped, to be honest with you. It could have been, I think, but regardless of the situation, he gave a lot of his, a lot of his heart, a lot of his mileage in that fight. Gave it too much of it. I feel as though that was what happened. I think in the previous fight against Darren Till, Israel Adesanya, the maneuvers that he used to counter the Kelvin Gastelum, he used that effectively against him, especially in the latter part of the actual fight. If you watch Israel Adesanya, he at the latter part of the fight, he actually adjusted his game towards Kelvin Gastelum, and I think the same thing happened with Darren Till's fight. He kept his distance, kept him moving just right, and he wouldn't allow him to get in there close enough to do some damage. Jacare Manson, his height is again pretty tall, 6'1". He 185 pounds. Let's see his record. His last loss was against Jared Cannonier, and that was on September 2019. So he has had a while since he had a fight. I think the previous victories that he's had has been against guys who haven't had much TKO power compared to Kelvin Gastelum. Therefore, I'm going to go with Kelvin Gastelum. Look, you got Ronaldo Souza, David Branch. Okay, he was pretty good, but he beat him with a guillotine. Gerard Mearchild. submission guillotine. Tablas TKO punches. Thiago Santos against guys who can bang really hard. He doesn't do great. Jared Cannonier has shown that he has a lot of power, and I'm sure Kelvin Gastelum, if he can get those combos going, I'm not sure what he needs to do in his next stage of fighting. I think he needs to incorporate a lot of leg kicks now, especially the fact that he wants to get closer to his opponent. He's going to need to use leg kicks to get in there, and I think that's where the key is going to be lying for Kelvin Gastelum, and I feel as though he will win this fight due to that reason. Now, the next match of the evening is Mark Diakese versus Rafael Fiziev. Now, Mark Diakese, he has basically, his last win was against Orlando Venata. So, Orlando Venata, he has, to be honest, Orlando Venata almost beat Tony Ferguson at one point with the body shot. But, that's another story. But he won by decision. He beat Joseph Duffy by decision. Ooh, this is a bit of a difficult one. I think he has been going on a loss recently. He was built up as the next big thing in terms of like the next Conor McGregor coming from England. He had a decision loss, a submission loss, guillotine against Hooker. Yeah, I think that kind of broke his confidence quite a bit. Draker closely, basically decision split decision, but I felt as though he did lose that fight. But yeah, he's got the KO power without a doubt to finish the job. He has definitely got it. Has Rafael got the actual Fiziev got the ability to withstand his pressure? I do feel so. I mean, if you look at his record, well, let's have a look over here. If you look at his record, it's 6 wins, 1 loss. And let's have a look at his loss that he's had. He's against Magomed Mustafaev. Very good, and he got TKO'd by a spinning back kick. He's coming off. His previous victories have been pretty okay as well. I feel this is going to be an equal match. If I was going to favor someone right now, I'm going to go with Mark Diakese by decision victory, because he majority of the time you're talking with Rafael. He tries to TKO guys, so he's not going to be a guy who's going to try to take take guys down, unless he probably knocks them down and then he might go for the rear naked, but that's about it. So yeah, I'm going to go with Mark Diakese on this one. I feel as though decision victory to him. So I feel as though that's going to be the situation there. Now the next fight that we have on the card is Ariane Lipski versus Luana Carolina. Now Luana, I feel as though the look at her record is pretty damn impressive. I'm going to go with Luana. She's got a lot of momentum coming up. She only has 1 loss, and that was like more or less at the beginning of her career. Yeah, decision split. It wasn't even a finish. So yeah, she's had decision wins, and I think she'll have a decision win maybe over here against Ariana. Ariana is just basically lost by decision twice, and she won a decision in the last fight. So she's clearly had a lot more fights, but the thing is in terms of her previous losses, it's definitely must have stunted her confidence, and I feel as though Luana is definitely on an upward trend, and I feel as though she's going to be the girl to win that fight. I think it's going to be a decision, that one. Yeah, I think it's going to be a boring card. And sometimes I do. So Luana's going to win that one. Now, the next fight. What the hell? No, I don't want to see her stats. I don't need to see that. The next fight is Alexandra Patogia versus Askarov. Now, Alexandra Petrova, as sorry, Alexander Pantoja. Yeah, he has had an up and down, but he has lots of victories, especially by submission. Man, he's a pretty damn good fighter. He has had in July 2019, he's had a decision loss. I mean, the loss as well. The losses he's had are by decision. So he's a tough fighter. He's gonna go in there full throttle, and I think he can definitely do this. As far as this other guy, Askarov, his last win was against Timothy Elliott, decision win, unanimous one. That was in January. He won that he had a draw against Brandon Morano, and prior to that, he's just had victories overall. So I'm gonna go with Askarov, and there you go with that fight. Now, the only other fights on the card in terms of the prelims that I'm really interested is Joe Duffy. He was one of the guys who actually beat Conor McGregor. He got him in an arm triangle very early in his career as well, and he just fell to sleep. Conor did, and he was a guy who was built up and he was gonna go to the next level. Now, Mark Diakese, that was his last fight, and in his last fight, he lost to Mark Diakese by decision. Now we've got the guy who he's fighting, Joel Alvarez, 16 wins, 2 losses. His loss was a decision, the most recent one. And prior to that, he's been subbing guys out completely. He has got knocked out once, KO, a spinning head kick KO. So, he can get KO'd. But I feel as though, unfortunately for me, I do feel this is going to be the end of Joseph Duffy. I hope not, because, we want to. He's been around for a long time. He's been in a TriStar training to get to the next level, but he's not found that extra gear that he needs to get to the next level. But I think he's going to lose again tomorrow, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, his last loss was against Mark Diakese and then James Vick as well. He lost to James Vick as well. He lost to Dustin Poirier as well. So when it always comes to step up to the level, I just feel as though he can't push it. It is going to be interesting because the guy who he's fighting is a submission artist. I think he's going to lose a loss. He's going to lose in a decision. I don't think he's going to get subbed. He has got good submission game, but let's see what happens. Okay, that's it from me on this, and I hope you enjoy the fights. I'm gonna definitely watch them. I can't wait for. I'm more interested in Kelvin Gastelum versus the Joker, really, because I want Kelvin Gastelum to come out and give a dominating performance and take that 185 title. I think he does definitely deserve it, and there's something missing. Maybe it's an extra gear or something like that. Maybe we'll see. We'll find out if he's actually found his next gear and he can actually move forward. Okay, that's it for me. Have a great day. Peace out. Peace, like, subscribe, share, all the good things. Yeah, please like this video, share it, and please, thank you for viewing this. Have a great day.